Is this your spouse? Yes or no?
That's my girl.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This is a Thursday night recording of week 4, I think.
Yeah. Well, week 3 power ranking shows, but
Right.
entering week 4 of the season.
Week
Yes,
4
week
and
3 power
hour,
ranking
20
week
minutes.
4. I'm here again with just me, Cole, and our guest again for the third straight time is Thomas McCauley.
Some would say I'm a host. I mean, I think I would kind of gone into that.
Maybe a guest host, like the guy on Conan from the side. Anyways, welcome. So this has been another good week of fantasy football. We've got a lot to discuss, but we're going to try and roll through it. Let's go ahead and start. We can talk about, I guess, it's kind of far away from the games, but we can start. That's not what I meant to do.
Just a little Instagram shout out.
All right. We here? Y'all hear me? Y'all see me? Y'all see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all don't have to notice this, but you can go to pulling up some porn. Scoreboard.
Week 4.
All right. Yes.
That's this week.
This is this week's pre-games. We can go ahead and go to NFL Week 3. So we'll quickly run through these. Once again, Specs takes an L. I didn't do great this week. I can't really complain, but God had a good game. 25 from his dumbass kicker. That hurts. If he gets 0, I still lose, but still, that hurts.
It makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, Eckler had a big game too, which is good for Eckler owners. He's had a kind of tough start, but it was good to see him play that well. And Deshaun also starting pretty rough. Only 17 points there. He's QB 17 on the season so far. So, but for me, Dak, his quarterback ranked number 4. JT didn't even play in the second half. The Colts, we destroyed the Jets. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. We had 2 pick sixes.
Who are your wide receivers, Jackson?
Not good. Odell, and Hollywood and AJ are my 3 guys that.
The names are good. They're just not producing.
I just take a dart throw to see which one starts that week, and it doesn't matter because none of them have done any good. So
if you want Jarvis, hit me up.
No, it's not even that. It's like I think Stefanski just doesn't throw the ball. That's why Odell's not.
I wouldn't either.
Also, Baker is not good. I don't think. All right, next we'll move on. Next was Fuckasacco takes a hard L to Heath, who finally gets one of the dub. Deservingly so. He drops 130 and almost doubles up Sean. Sean gets a deep touchdown for the Lazard King, who he picked off waivers this past week, or he has even worse than a 73-point game. So a lot to talk about with Sean.
I might say he's.
You'll see him in the power rankings this week somewhere.
We'll see him somewhere.
Some
And
might say that he's tanking. I don't know if he has a real good understanding of the league and that it doesn't actually apply to us, but at this point, it's fair to say that he might be tanking.
Have we ever had a back-to-back Sacco?
No, but also it's very early in the season. I don't think you can.
I have to open the door. Sorry.
Oh, Lord. Oh my God, Cole. Anyways, I'll continue on Heath's team. Heath had a really good week. Derrick Henry finally finds the end zone. He's been struggling. He got 2 touchdowns. James Robinson balling out.
Wait, are you saying
Yeah, so my team, I've had the first one priority on the waivers all year, and I've just struck out Malcolm Brown, and I got Mike Davis, who's good. But, like, Heath got James Robinson. He got Henderson. And A-Rob had a big week. He got the end zone, I think.
Sorry, guys.
A big week for him. And that's the Foles. Foles changed. Okay, so next was Feed Me versus Cam. Cam insisted that this was a close game, but which it might have been. But we're 3 weeks into the season. Are we beginning to question if Lamar is just ever going to have it like he did last year, or is he taking a down step?
I think he's fine. I mean, he doesn't play well against Kansas City. I think he's going to get at least 25 this week.
Oh, wow. So, but I'm just saying he was drafted in the second round. So any time you have to question it anytime he has, especially back-to-back.
Well, you drafted Joe Mixon in the first round, so.
I can kick it from this chat, Cole. Joe Mixon's fine, bro.
No, he's not. He hasn't gotten above 10, has he?
He hasn't scored, but Joe Mixon also is averaging like 18 touches a game. And last year,
well, it's if he's not even doing anything with him, then.
Well, it's the O-line. I mean, I don't know what.
Well, it doesn't matter whose fault it is.
Did you watch the games?
It doesn't matter.
But yeah,
I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming his production.
Fine. I'm not worried about Joe Mixon. I'm not Joe. All right. That was a shot you didn't have to take, Cole. Okay? Where's your dumbass team?
I lost. This is the last one.
It's 27 from the greatest defense known to man. 24 for Rodgers. Stops with the car shit. And Keenan Allen to the big game. Okay. Next, Zach. Scores in the 80s again. James Conner's going to be without him. We need to talk about that. And then kicker getting 16. JB went 10. Tyler Crosby's
with all these kickers? Where's everyone getting kickers scoring 15-plus points a game?
Who's your kicker, Thomas?
Had a Cowboys kicker.
Oh, Zerline? Yeah, he used to be good.
He's a big name, but anytime you see him in the top 3 scoring, I mean, that's pretty incredible. That's just a bonus, but at least you see that James Conner's starting to – well, I think he did well last week too, so he's consistent, but Jalen Chubby did really well this week, 118 points.
All right, let's go.
Okay, next is what is Thomas talking about?
Talking about mad. What do you mean?
You put me to sleep over here.
You don't want to blow.
You put me to sleep, bro.
This is gonna be another hour-long episode.
It's gonna be so long. We're trying to roll
through these.
Shut up. All right, Tiny Giants finally loses. Only scores 102. You're not gonna win with that amount of points, Caleb.
It's not a bad week. It's just
almost 150 times. I don't even pay attention to you guys' game for real. Oh my god. Mahomes only gets 40. Can't top what Dak did last week. 3 touchdowns for Rex Burkhead. That's not happening again. No way.
That's not happening ever again in his career. Like,
bro, he had 6.
I picked him up off the waivers.
He had 8. He had what? 6 total touches. Like,
no. He had a lot of receptions, like 7 catches.
Oh shit.
He did worse than Sony Michel as far as in his running game. I think Sony Michel had better yards per run, but Burkhead just found the end zone more. And I was lucky enough to throw him in, but I didn't even need it in the end. So Caleb doesn't have to say that it was Burkhead that brought him down, but whatever makes it easier. Good game, Caleb. 2-1 team is still very scary.
Yeah, Caleb still had a great week. Okay, next.
I guess.
This terrible team. We have to talk about Josh Allen, who's probably at this point one of the biggest steals of the draft.
MVP.
Not that I think any of us three would be
Yeah, not us.
Josh Allen, but there was someone who said Josh Allen's not going to be top 12. I'm pretty sure it's Jonathan.
Yeah, someone's. Yeah, and I beat him last week, so.
Yeah, so you lose the who, but I think the MVP.
Is Russell Wilson. Yeah, it is.
Like I said, it was going to be before the season, but
I have him in my Super Bowl. So.
Falling right now. But yeah, so those are the weeks from week 3. Only 3 weeks in, but that's a quarter of the fantasy season, so a lot of ways to go. But with that being said, we can go ahead and we'll go over to the fantasy squad. We've got Shrek this time for week 3 power rankings, and
Shrek the third for week 3.
I'll let you roll through these, Cole. But
all right. So we have a new number 1 for the first time ever, and this is going to be controversial, but I'm choosing John. He's he's third in the league in points for, so he's not up there, and he's not first in points. But when you have Russell Wilson, his team's going to go as far as Russell Wilson's going to go. And, Tampa Bay D, they killed me this week. Pretty much, I thought Josh Allen was going to bring me a win, but his team's looking good. And he's 2-1, and that's better than, or as good as everyone else. Okay. Number 2, Tiny Giants. Caleb, you could easily be number 1 this week, as could about 5 or 6 teams had a good chance of being number 1 this week.
Wow, I did really.
I kind of just went with my gut feeling. Still had, he scored 102, and that was a bad week for him. But obviously the potential's still there. Dalvin Cook's still awesome. He'll be fine. Number 3 is actually Jonathan, which I think is definitely going to rustle some feathers because he's number 7 in points for. But he had 0.9 from Darren Waller this week. I don't think that's going to happen. But then again, he had 25 from Gostowski. I don't think that's going to happen again either. But I think he's one of the most balanced teams in the league. He's got really good players everywhere, and I expect him to be in the playoffs. Number 4 is our first. I don't know why I'm always high on Tom. I mean, of course, he scored 150 this week. That's why I'm high on him, and that's why he went up 4 points or 4 spots. But, Thomas always kind of seems to get the benefit of the doubt. He does pay me well.
During the regular season.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not during playoffs.
It's Mo Alley Cox's basketball highlights in college.
Gigantor.
Alvin Kamara is really kind of,
5 is me. I'm one of the bigger drops this week, and I play Thomas. Thomas, me and you play. I'm not gonna have my tight end, but
all of that.
Josh Allen, he's so good. Tyreek Hill, still so good. I think Josh Jacobs is going to be fine. He had 6.3 this week, he had like 80-some yards, which is fine. He just fumbled it and didn't get score. So, but it's going to be a tough matchup, and I think it'll be a good litmus test to see where my team is, if I'm really going to be a contender or not. Number 6, so dead middle in the league, is Super Cam. He's going to hate me for this one because he scored 120 points and won this week, and I put him down 1. And that's why. That's a good reason why Jackson is highlighting. He's dead last in points against. Teams are scoring 83.6 against him, so he hasn't really, had much competition. But it was a great week for Cam, and if so many teams didn't do great this week, this wouldn't happen. But he did go down 1. Sorry. Number 7, Heath. And, Heath finally got in that win column. Derrick Henry, we all know how good he can be. This was kind of his first real standout game of the year. James Robinson looks like he could be the best waiver wire pickup of the year. I'm pretty sure he wasn't drafted. Cam Newton had a tough week, but he'll be fine. They ran the crap out of the ball, so he'll be fine. And Heath, you're on the rise. Number 8, another team on the rise, slowly but surely, is JB. Tyler Lockett, 3 touchdowns, had an awesome game.
First half.
Chubb. Huh?
In the first half.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I was playing Russell Wilson. They kept passing it on like the 1-yard line. JB, if you keep winning, you'll be up there. I think I've always been low on JB's team, and it's nothing personal, but just keep doing that, and you'll keep rising. And number 9 is another team that's 2-1. One of the 3 teams that came into the week trying to be 3-0 with me and Caleb. He didn't do too great, and obviously he's had some injuries. James Conner was out for a while. Saquon's obviously out. James Conner had a great week though, but Matt Ryan. The Falcons have been losing obviously, but they've been putting up points in recent weeks, and Matt Ryan's still been solid, but not this week. And it kind of fell apart for Zach this week, and things aren't looking great. Number 10 is Cole Clark. On our first iteration, he was number 2, and now he is number 10 just 2 weeks later. So it's not going great. Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews, I think they'll be fine. But there's some serious questions. Zeke will be okay. But if he loses next week against Sean, then you're really in trouble. Then you'll probably be last. But number 11 will be Jackson for the second week in a row. Hasn't won a game yet.
Stagnant. That's what we do down here.
But he's not last. So Dak having a great season. Blankenship is good. He's very good. I mean, he was
He doinked one, bro. He doinked another one. I'm pissed.
Well, he's fantasy-wise.
But he missed one.
Okay, I don't care about that. Joe Mixon, that's not going great. Sorry. Teams are going off against you, I know. And it continued this week. And that's why you're not last. But last is...
Okay, hang on. Time out. Let's talk about this. You're taking more shots at Joe Mixon than this. Okay, look.
I think it's
Hasn't
deserved.
started off great. Last season didn't start off great.
Has he scored over 10 points yet?
Second half of last season, Joe Mixon was top 5 running back in fantasy.
Okay, if he does that this week, then
That's
the jokes will stop.
That's when after the first half of the season, second half they benched Andy Dalton, right? And they tried to figure something out. When Burrow can't start winning and make him in a playoff game, they're going to start running Joe again. Don't worry about Big Joe. He's fine. He's going to be fine. He doesn't look bad. He looks spry. He's going to be fine. I ain't too worried about it.
Let us know in the comments.
Was
First round pick.
And dead last, not really a surprise. He's scoring just barely 80 points a game this year, which is god-awful. Granted, his 2 best players, Michael Thomas and Devontae Adams, were out. So that hurts for sure, but it has been sort of a disaster. It's kind of crazy that he has a win, but
That's mean.
Well, I mean, it is kind of
anything can happen. I mean, let's look at Man City.
80 points a game he's putting up, barely.
Where's he at?
He won in week 1.
So, all right. So Lenny's not good, not great.
Like I said, when if you read it, when Devontae and Michael Thomas come back, he'll be better. But
Yeah, right. That's tough. He loses his first 2 rounds.
yeah, that's real tough.
His third rounder was Lenny, who.
Yeah, had that one game last week, and then
What did he take? In the 4th round, he didn't take
early. I don't know, early.
Yeah,
Both of those early.
Yeah, but anyways.
Solid week for Tom Brady, though. He's looking better every week. And that's it.
That's it. That was quick. We did it. So thank you, Cole. Well done.
You're welcome.
A lot of movement.
Give it a read,
A lot
yeah.
of moving parts.
Yeah, I feel like people are going to be mad at me for this week because, trust me, there was a lot of you who had a good shot at number 1. And especially those 2-1 teams, if you come out and be 3-1, or sometimes even maybe a 2-2 team could be number 1 depending on how they do. We'll just happen to wait and see. So do we want to look at NFL results, or we want to look at the picks?
We can look at NFL. We'll just do the week 3, and then we'll move on to week 4.
So go ahead, Thomas. This is all you, brother.
Okay, so week 3, we saw some crazy matchups. Obviously, Cole and I disappointed. We are both now 0-2 with our locks of the week. My lock of the week, Arizona -5.5. They didn't even win the game. Nevertheless, cover the spread. I went with Tiny Giants, and like I said, 4 years ago, I just don't think he's going to be a great quarterback. So you can roast me in the comments if you want, but he didn't cover the spread, against the Lions of all teams. So
my lock was the Titans at the Vikings, 2.5. Such a little. All they had to do was win by a field goal, and they ended up winning by 1 point. So whatever. I still got 10 of my picks right, and I can't complain about that.
and Jackson,
What about you, Jackson?
Oh, yeah. So last week, my lock of the week was going to be the Niners -4 against the Giants, who killed them.
But that was with
Jimmy G. So I was at the time of the picks. Jimmy G wasn't in and out, so I took the Jaguars -3 on the Thursday Night Football game against the Dolphins.
They got killed.
Game. I don't really see how. I mean, I don't know. The NFL's hard to predict.
Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, the Jags played really well against. I mean, they beat the Colts. They almost beat the Titans the week after. So it was like, against the Dolphins, I'll take that all day. But it is what it is. But week 4,
you go to records, and we'll show the standings.
Do the records.
Records.
Let's
So
look at
Cole
those.
really wants to talk about records because for some reason he gets lucky. But
So this week our highlights were Tom Big Dog was 11-5 with his picks, as well as John was 11-5. If you scroll up, Jackson, a little bit, and then on the low end, I think Jesse was our lowest with 5 and he was 5-11 picking. So the person with the most accurate picks of last year, even though he missed like 50 games, is not off to a great start, but I know he can bounce back. And everyone's kind of starting to separate. Ryan's starting to climb back up and actually might catch Jesse this week, as I think he's only 2 games back despite starting 0-17 the first week, which is pretty funny to see. But take it as it is. And our placement leaders right now, we have Cole at number 1 with a 66% accuracy.
can't keep that up.
6 points.
Watch me.
Gotta come.
Yeah.
Gotta come back down.
Jonathan's only 2 games behind me, though.
2 games back, 30-18.
Jonathan said Josh Allen would be
A
good.
5-way tie for third place with. Oh no! Well, JB's a game ahead with 28 and 20, and then we have like a 4-way tie between Gardner, Tim, Tom.
Even.
Jackson, Jackson, you're still there. I mean, you're still.
Yeah, at least you're
back.
that's
You know.
consistent. Man.
You do.
Don't make any parlays.
Hey, but take big this though. I mean, Cole, you started 11-5. You went 11-5. Then you went 10-6. So you're on the downhill.
I might say he's.
Especially week one. Week one's hard to predict, so that's a lot of luck in there, sir. Jackson, on the other hand, I don't know who Jackson is, but whoever that is, he is on the. He started 7-9, 8-8, 9-7. I'm saying he's gonna be 6.
Slowly starting to figure out the NFL.
What's up?
Your best week is worse than my worst week.
I don't know how that makes sense.
Math.
Nah, I don't really know what math is.
Jackson, do you want to update everyone on how we're doing on locks of the week before we move on?
What are you doing? That's what y'all can see this, right? Can y'all see this?
What do we look? No, I don't.
Oh, y'all can't see this. Oh my God, I was showing when I wasn't doing anything earlier. I was just doing this. Hang on. When y'all were like Jackson, it's your. Hang on.
Yeah, you're just
Uh-oh.
clicking it down right now. Oh, okay.
Can y'all see this?
Yeah, I can see.
What do y'all see? Just the Word document.
Yeah. Well, I see the tables. I mean,
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I was highlighting stuff while I thought y'all could see it. But okay. The locks of the week. When we were talking about locks of the week, so I had the +4 against the Falcons, who +4.5 against the
they lost by 1.
0.5. That's right. But that's the game they were winning the whole time.
Yeah.
Was that at or?
Doesn't matter now. Don't worry about it now.
Matter now. Okay, so yeah, so the locks of the week haven't been going great. Cole, you
Overall, we are.
This is the defining moment for your leader in the standard. He is 0-2 in his most proud pick of the week, and he's 0-2. And
Doesn't matter.
At 1-1, I shoot 50%.
This ain't gonna win me any money.
I might not win this one, but I'm gonna win next week's. I can guarantee you that.
Maybe
I'm winning one of the next two.
if we go 0-3, Cole, I would suggest to our viewers just to start.
Yeah, just doing whatever. The opposite.
Honestly, I've debated this block of the week. Just
Honestly.
go the opposite of what Thomas says, because I just look at his. He's 0-2. You know, he's gonna go 0-3. That could be easy.
Hey, by the way, Thomas picked the Cardinals last week. I picked the Titans. You have that mixed up.
Yeah, that's both red. I would never pick.
Yeah, it's good that we're editing it mid-podcast. That's good.
This is good. Good radio. Okay. All right. So this week.
That's how we're standing. We're gonna try and prove to you why you should be listening to our lock of the weeks with week 4.
So it looks like people have already made their picks. We've got a lot of people that need to make their picks. JoJo said he wants Jets no matter what the line is tonight. I guess he's got money on it. We still need Zach. We still need Jesse.
After this podcast, I'm gonna do my rounds and make sure everyone gets in the picks, because it really does hurt if you miss a game. And so I just try and give you a final warning before that happens.
All right, let's look at the picks.
Jackson, the document's still up, so if you could
What?
move it.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. Again, I'm not on your screen. Okay. Stop share.
So,
Sorry.
guys, what's up?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were still looking at that screen. I've been on this for the past 5 minutes. Okay.
All right.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, so I said JoJo, like I put JoJo's in. Yeah, it looks like Sean's making his picks right now. I'm going to go ahead and...
Hey, Sean.
Hold on.
Hey, Sean. Interesting pick.
Where the Colts at, bro?
Anyways, you want to do your lock first, Jackson?
You're putting it
Yeah.
in.
Is that your lock?
No. There's a lot of really big lines. I think the Ravens -13 is pretty crazy. That's like a really heavy line for someone who's come off a loss against the Super Bowl champs. But Seattle -6.5, that's enticing. But for my locks, I like to keep them small. Obviously, this game has been postponed, and they're on a bye week, so we'll need this one will not count. Yeah. Or I would have looked at Pitt -2. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I can't say this one. I feel like Jaguars +3 is a good one. But My lock of the week, as I'm making it right now, is going to be Philly gets it done on Sunday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers, +7. Philly
I was going to pick that. It's cool.
Boom!
I got backups.
Yeah.
I got backups.
You say you Philly gets it done. You just
Actually, now I'm going to 49ers -7 because I got to go opposite of Cole because he's 0-2. And
Fair.
I'm just kidding. I'm sticking to it. Miles Sanders, Sunday Night Football. Carson Wentz proves that he's a starting caliber quarterback. And, the Niners were good, but I think the Eagles playing a little bit better than the Giants did last week. So. +7's heavy, I think. All right.
Thomas, do you want to go?
Yeah, sure. Before I go, I talked to Tom, my dad, earlier this week. Interviewed him after a great 11-5 week, and I asked him what his lock of the week is. Clearly, after such a great week, he'd have good insight, and he is saying that he would bet his life on the Green Bay -7 versus Atlanta Falcons. He's just very frustrated with the Falcons, as you all know. So take that as you will from an 11-5 Tom with the Green Bay -7. But I'm going to go my lock of the week. Jackson's obviously phasing that Atlanta +7. My lock of the week, I'm going to go Saints -4 against the Lions.
Remember, you picked against the Lions last week.
Against the Lions last week. And that's why I was cautious about whether or not to pick it. But I'm not going to hide from – if there's a team to hide from, I'm not going to hide from the Lions. I think they had a great week last week, but I really do think the Saints, they need a win desperately. And I think they do it here, whether it's on Kamara's shoulders or not. And then also this Thursday night football game is just horrible. So I'm not going to bet on that game like Jackson did last week. So I'm going to go Saints -4 as a lock.
All right. Well, I am going to go with the Seahawks -6.5. All they got to do is win by a touchdown. Miami looked pretty good last week, but that's just Fitzpatrick magic. And the thing about him is he looks good one week and then he throws 3 interceptions the next week. And Seattle, I think they're going to – obviously Russell Wilson is going crazy. So I think they're going to win by at least 10 points, probably, I would say. I think they'll drop at least 30 on them. I expect them to win by at least a touchdown.
All right. That's some good ones.
Yeah.
As we see, what do we have some agreement here from Sean, who's currently making his picks? Well, he just put one pick in. This pick is a guarantee. I don't know why it's there.
Did you put that in for him?
I did that for him. Again, while y'all probably weren't watching me. But yeah, I heard Zach really likes ND too, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there.
How are you allowed to do that?
No, do not do that.
I can't undo it.
Ruin the integrity of the.
Can I just change everyone's picks?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to stop that, but.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, that's why you keep changing mine, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Copying my picks and you give me your picks. That's what you're doing.
If you're real worried about it, just take a picture.
That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I'm going to start taking a picture.
Yeah, you just make
this information's going to be out in the open now.
Just review it before, kickoffs on Sunday because Thomas takes a screenshot before the game. So,
yeah,
we have the integrity now.
Yeah,
picture's just been taken.
But yeah. Yeah, so we need a, Thursday night football game. I could,
It sucks.
Yeah, I think the people picking
I'm actually starting the Jets defense tonight, boys.
I don't know. Cole, you picked the Jets. What's your why?
You're with a 1-point line, you're basically picking the winner, and the Broncos are either going to start, I think.
They're starting what's the name? The guy that's never started before.
Ripien?
Yeah, Ripien. He's got a weird name, yeah.
Yeah, not Blake Bortles.
He looked really good last week. He was 8 for 8, but then he threw a pick. He was 8 for his first 8.
Yeah, I think the Jets, I think Sam Darnold, he's just going to – I think every year he has one of those games.
All right.
where people don't give up on him yet. So
He
Not that-
really is.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
not that I think they're gonna look good, but I just think they're gonna win. So
You're gonna beat the Broncos.
I hope it's low scoring.
maybe they'll tie, and I'll still get the line. So
Yeah. So
Already happened this week.
So good job on the power rankings. A good job on the Peaky Blinders this week, Thomas. Just so everyone knows, you can still go to Fantasy Squad website, and you've got all of the power rankings linked here.
feel free to leave me some mean comments because I know some of you are gonna be upset.
Also, thank you, JB, for your long explanation about why.
Oh my gosh, I had not seen that.
I read that.
He explained, remember last week's
Seriously.
podcast, I proposed the question to the group about how not practicing makes you tear your ACL. And he talked about conditioning and stuff like that. It's a good read. Yeah,
I mean, if
that's good.
yeah.
Dr. JB. We see Dr. Zach in TLDR. I don't know what that means.
that means too long, didn't read.
Damn.
As a doctor, that kind of
Dr.
worries me,
Zach
but
says TLDR.
You can heart comments now on YouTube.
Love it.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Zach has one dislike on his video on his comment.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but just sneezed. Bless you.
bless you.
Also,
Well,
guys, if you
third.
watched last week's podcast. It was really good. We
This
can
is like podcastception.
Yeah.
we can just play this again. That's what I wanted to show you. Just Cam not Okay. Also, if anyone has any
All right.
pictures they want it or pictures in the intro, hit me up.
Yeah, did you get the one I sent you this week?
Yeah, there's a bunch you sent me this week, so I make it
All
after.
right, good. Good. All right. We should probably wrap this up. It's probably been
Best of luck to everyone this week.
Good luck this
and
week. Respect those specs, and hopefully next week I'll be 1-3. Cole, I'm sure you'll be 0-3 on your picks. So, all right.
doesn't matter.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all next week.